My company is now partnership with Rubik Talent, and which is advocates diversity and inclusion. So in our most recent graduates hire, we actually hired more women, and they're all placed in technical roles, which is something that in fact, I just speak to my CEO. I think the next round, when we get the graduates, I actually want someone in my team so that because I think that as we spend the last couple of years building some innovative products and services, we really would like to give this opportunity out to the young graduates, especially women graduates, to give them a chance, to be part of this. And I think that luckily, my CEO and also Susan, who's the female board member sitting company's board members, she's 100% behind me, and I would definitely speak to them. And another thing I think that the industry can really help, because I think that as I also work in the gaming industry, so I think that in recent year, I have seen female developers and then female front end and then designers coming through, but I rarely see a female sports traders, and I'm wondering why. It's probably because sports betting is still considered as a male pursued activity. But the other day, I just spoke with Dave, my CEO, and then we think that if we actually can bring a lot more workshop experience to the young women in school to kind of bring them, give them a small insight into how the sports knowledge and the probability and then the game theory, it will really open doors for more and more female sports trader coming into this sector to achieve a better gender balance. So I think that that's something that I will actively trying to do, and I think that having a fair appraisal system is also very important. So I think that in the company, the culture is very important to invest in this type of culture, so everyone feel that it's equal and everyone feel that they have a good chance to achieve success. Good mentorship is very, very important. And also what we just mentioned, the why, having the why and just saying that to yourself, it's just like it really, really resonates with me. Just like the statistic shows, I think that in school I was like really, really into science. I was very, very confident. And then I think that when it gets to university, it gets a little bit tough, but it's still okay. And then when I started working, and this is when I realized I start to get struggle with a little bit of a confidence issue, and being a woman and coming from ethnic minority, and also for years and years in the years back, and then I had been the only female developer sitting in the room for a while. So I keep hearing comments from people saying that on various things like, oh, perhaps she's not technical, or perhaps she's more functional, and then other comments even to the choice of my food, and then it's becoming the topic, and slowly it kind of make me start feeling like maybe I'm not good enough and etc. So this is when having the female role models is just so important. By they share their experience with me and then giving me advices on how to succeed, and then so that it really kind of make me remind me the why of I getting into technology, because I can do it, because I just think that I just need to push myself harder and anything to master all the technical aspect, and then try to get myself into as much project as possible, and then eventually you will rebuild your confidence as you're getting better and better in your job. And as you become more confident, you start getting recognition from your work, and having a very fair management system is also very, very important for girls, and having very good career promotion path. So I think that all of this is just very, very important. And also, I think that the part about being nice and being functional, and I think that these days, I know there are a lot of men and women out there in the technology world. They're very technical, very smart, but also the very reason of people thinking that some developers are a lot more functional than technical. What are these functional skills? These are the approaches to be able to solve a problem in an analytical way, critical thinking, the tactical decision making, effective communication. All of these are actually very, very tangible leadership skill set. So I think all businesses, they should actively seeking and identify and provide adequate training to the people who have this skill. Because let's face it, to deliver real success, you don't really need a manager who know it all. You actually need a manager who can bring out the brilliance in everyone so that as a team, your combined output is more than what the individual is. So I think that I really, really appreciate, all the female mentor or role models. So because I am not the only woman who experience, the stereotype unconscious bias throughout. I think I had a male colleague promoted over me. So having a female mentor is there to just assure you, yes, it happens, but you got it. You can do it. You just have to keep believing yourself, keep the fire in you, and you can do it. Whether you're going to be a functional or technical, you can still exceed. And also I think that there is perhaps a stereotype in technology is people thinking about taking IT, for example, they might be thinking that the only outcome is becoming a coder or some kind of technician. But there are so many route that you can succeed. And then these soft skills, being nice, is actually a very, very good leadership skill material. So I think that, yeah, I think that I would, being a head of BI, I would definitely love to hire more women. And I'm pretty sure that the management will be 100% right behind me, supporting all my decisions. I would say that a very similar message like what Nikki already addressed. And then, but because since you mentioned that we're talking about the pandemic, and I do agree with you, women takes up a lion's share in terms of, childcare and home facilities. So perhaps start by, helping out your partner, and then by, because I think that sometimes it's interesting that it's always the woman who asks to say that, oh, I'm going to go and take my kids. It's like you rarely hear that from men, but now the remote working is available. So I think this is the chances for all the fathers to really, share the household responsibilities and to be part of it. And then another thing that I would say that is, I think that it was probably at the higher up the company level. I think it's probably quite important for the diversity and inclusion to be addressed, and as a focus from the high level down. So I think that it is very important to have a culture and people and culture officers to ensure staff from all gender, age, race, caring status, and cultural backgrounds, they're heard and felt that they're included in your corporate culture.